versus Pacho. Oh, and I've put live. I put live, but it was a fucking lie. there's literally nothing live about any of the sets that we're casting tonight. Whoops. I'm just full of lies today, ladies and gents. I'm sorry. We're just out here lying. We're out here fucking lying. There we go. We're fixed. Thank you, Otter, for fixing my shit, or at least telling me to fix my shit. So, we got Goths versus Persians. That big TC HP versus that big TC killers. I'm hoping that Sylnear is gonna be gaming. Are we just gonna see? Are we gonna be going Castle Age, or are we gonna start trying to put some pressure on from Feudal Age? I think Longswords are such a massive power spike. That you obviously only want to be trying to kill TCs with longswords, but the surprise of swords doesn't work with Goths because everybody fucking expects it. So you might as well start putting pressure on in Feudal Age. You probably don't need many, just like 6. I think 6 is probably a good number. Six man-at-arms to go forward and just start whacking down on houses, just probing around, scouting. Because if you can force some kind of response, that can be pretty useful. Especially if you cause them to delay their own uptime. Especially if you're not intending to invest too much into your Feudal Age aggression. Best thing you can possibly do is cause your opponent to stay at home with military instead of pushing you. And if you're trying to go for that Castle Age uptime with swords, you can be really, really vulnerable, especially because you're unlikely to have archery ranges down. You're unlikely to have stables, so you can be really vulnerable to somebody just sending archers forward to your base. So making sure that your opponent stays in their own base, invaluable. There you go, just sword tips from Tom. I can't execute this. I'm bad at the game. I'm not fast. If I go forwards, I'm gonna have more idle TC time than friggin' Quite did in in the last set. It's gonna be rough. And it's not actually that great of a start from Sylnear as the Goths. 26 seconds of TC idle time, so we're a Vil behind. And actually, our hunt grabbing is pretty far away, so we're just maybe suffering from success to a certain extent here, as I guess we're going to start. We've finished our hunt nearly. This fucker's ran all the way away. We're going to just have to wait until he walks back up the hill. So I like the idea of starting to transition over onto the sheep and just sort of ignore him for a while. Or not. Or we just go for the long... We're going to shoot with one, he's going to run off down here, and we're going to have about a 10-year walk for it. Ugh. That's long, that's inefficient, but there we go. It's long and inefficient over on the other side as well. So not speedy starts for both players, but 48 seconds of TC idle time by minute 10 is rough for poor Syl. Though we are mostly walled up. I'm not expecting... the timings now for Syl are going to be really bad. Even if we click up, we're going to be a Vil behind in click up, and we are quite a bit behind in... Not necessarily in Res Collected, actually, at this point. Our Res Collected is pretty similar, and I think a lot of that is down to far-off collection, and really shit. Look at where these farms have to be, man. This map sucks. this map sucks. But there we go. We're now coming up to that minute mark. Again, it has not been smooth sailing for the Goths. We are starting to throw down some of our own farms, and we are on wood. It's just messy. Goths get extra res from Hunt 2. That's true. That is true. And still, we are now behind in res collected for Syl, and behind in Vils, and up there in idle time. And we're probably not a million miles off Pacho being able to click up. I'm saying that. 3 farms. We're not necessarily running out of food, but as soon as you start stop collecting hunt and you're now relying on the food count, you need quite a lot on sheep to sort of do more than product, because it's like what, 6 on food is like 1 TC production, right? So kind of need more than that to get yourself up to the amount that you can click up. We've kind of done it though. we have a beautiful line of farms. It's the farm line. And on our way to feudal age, we should be after this villager. As we move out, we're going to grab some more of the last of our herdables at the front. Done a good job of scouting out for Sylnear. That's at least something. Our scouting has been fine for both players. Actually, it's pretty good. Some good searching around the map and being able to pull in more of our sheeps who have found some holes, which is always nice. What we didn't do is find our opponent. We were so close. We were so close. Do we assume that he's over here? Is that why we're moving over in this direction, or are we just sort of like looping the whole way round? I don't know. Neither player knows where the other is. But I guess at this point, we've just got to assume, right? Unless we see this gold and be like, oh, he's here. He's here. I found this gold. Here he is. Nah, he's here, mate. He's here. And they're both up to feudal age at the same time. That shouldn't have happened. That shouldn't have happened. We should have been bags of time ahead as purple. But there we go. I think we probably got an extra villager. 27 villas to 25. We are pretty much walled up nice and safe. And I think Pacho has spotted this out. Is there any gaps? Is there any gaps? There is! There is a gap! Oh... Oh, and an exposed Vill. Feels bad. Denies the wall for a little bit. Vill is safe. Do we just go around killing sheep? Well, like if we can kill these sheep, that would be such a nuisance. We're quite reliant on this for Sylnear. I'd be pretty damn tempted to just go around killing sheep. The scout's trapped now, so just fucking get some value out of him. Kill some sheep. Feudal age lands. Exposed Vill is still exposed. Relatively safe with the tower on top of the hill. But now we're in feudal. Scout of our own has come home, and we run out of there. I would have thought that we would have finished those walls, but there we go. We go blacksmith barracks. Heavy on gold. We're not. Oh, we're just trying to fast castle. Market blacksmith for Pacho, who fast castles. Market blacksmith for Sylnear, who fast castles. It's slightly better fast castle for Pacho than Syl, as we vaguely mistimed our market construction, and Pacho clicks up first. We too will probably have to sell some stone and click. Maybe we can just go. There we go. We just go. What's the plan? Off the back of this. Where are we going? What's the idea? We're throwing down more on food, so I guess the Persians are going for knights. Right? Is that the old plan? Is that the idea? Is that the ideal? Well, I didn't realise I was only streaming at 30 FPS. I should probably be streaming at 60. Otherwise it's probably a little jumpy. Oh, well, whatever. We'll live. We'll live. Well, at the moment, we don't have anything. We don't even have a barracks down. Like, and we're not on stone. Like, so what are we doing? Are we just expecting to make a siege workshop? Are we just gonna try and pike siege this? Well, we have a scout fight. That's about as much excitement as we're gonna get at the start. Over on the other side, we too only have a barracks. We don't have any of our upgrades either. So like, yeah. So we're not even teched into our infantry line. We've got some spears. Like, what's the plan? Where's the fun? What's the ideas? Monastery. Monastery. And we just about survived with one. Oi. Okay. This I can fuck with. This I can fuck with. Okay. We don't care about going for that, because what we're actually going to do is do castle. We get pretty fast production of Huskars from the castle as well, and then we'll build up our eco at home, and then get anarchy. So we're pretty safe here, certainly from everything that we're going to be trying to push forward, as we're, I guess, trying to grab relics. This isn't really a super important relic control map, because there's what, 3? Is that right? Three relics on this map? Even if you get all 3, it's kind of like three relics to 0. I don't think it really matters. Hey Grandy, how you doing? How's all of the everything? As Huskars are being prepped, so we see our first attempt at some swordage on the map. Will the monk die to the spear? Let's go, swords. Swords! Monk! He can't be saved! Monk dies to spear. That's value. That's value. Idlevilles. But a decently set up economy, all things considered, on this fucking atrocious, atrocious map. It'd be lovely to get a mining camp down. I guess we're taking this gold instead of this one because it's hard to get any kind of nice efficiency on that. Much easier for Sylnear. To be fair, Monk's got shish kebabbed a surprising number of times before death. Hey, that's faith for you. You know, he was by the end of all of that poking with a spear, he was praying for death. You know how I said Pacho wasn't a gamer? You know how I said that? I was wrong. I was wrong. Everything about me was wrong. Pacho is a gamer. Pacho is giving me some magic. They felt my displeasure. They felt my disgust. And then Pacho decided he was going to make fucking Persian longswords against the Goths. Ah! It's magical. The Goth player will never expect it. It's there. It's real. How many fucking times, chat? You tell me how many times you've seen friggin' Persian longswords in RM play. You tell me. Tell me. In a fucking tournament. And it not be me making them. Yeah, you're damn right, Zero. At the moment, better upgrades. Goths are going to come rolling in and then be like, wait, what? wait, what? And Huskars, do you know what Huskars lose to? Fucking longswords, mate. Oh, conversion as well. We die, but I mean, I will say Huskars are fast. They're faster. I bet Sylnear was like, wait, what the fuck? We're like, what the fuck? Why am I being outgamered here? Do you know what's brilliant about this move? Like, we're super far away from longswords of our own. We're going to have to invest a huge amount in getting that upgrade. And we're actually super vulnerable. Like, we can come forward with the number of units that we have. It's 24 longswords to kill a TC, right? 24 longswords kill a TC. Not necessarily counting repairs. So I'd say in sudden death that you tend to need like 30, 32 to like really give yourself a good chance. But with 13, we can start sending them forward and just whacking down buildings. Like, we can be starting to put that pressure on. And that's what I'd really like to see. Start pressuring, getting rid of barracks. If we can force our... We're forcing the Goths into fucking archery ranges? This is beautiful! Pacho! Pacho! You're my favourite player of the game. Dame. I'm so chipper. I'm so damn chipper. This has brought me so much joy. Like the first set might have been a little underwhelming, but this I am whelmed. I am truly whelmed. It's accurate for this one. Fucking Pokemon mastered this shit. Yeah! Radical! Look at how fast we shred those builds. Okay, we do need arson, which I'm pretty sure the Persians get, right? Like they get everything. A couple vills. It's 4 vills. This is probably enough. And we probably win this fight actually. And the barracks goes down. That's great. Not enough archers to swing this around. Not enough upgrades though. Forging is a little late, and the number of Huskars was enough to win this fight, so... my dreams were crushed. Crossbow upgrade on the way in. Yeah. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. But hey, we tried. And off the back of this... we're just going more! We're just going more! We're getting arson! We're going more! This is a mistake. This is a mistake. I'm a longsword lover, but this right here, this is a mistake. You need to be. Now we go. Gamblerson's on the way in. Arson, bloodlines. So we're gonna loop in something. What's our something gonna be? We're just gonna mix in some knights. There might be a world for that. Like, might be a world for knights. We've got a lot of gold in the bank. Yeah, +2 knights for dealing with the crossbow. But to be honest, just mixing in a whole bunch of scorpions might be the business. Like getting a siege workshop, even fuck it, some rams, dude. Get some rams, put those swordsy boys in there. Second armor upgrade on the way. But I will say this is now starting to turn into a bit of a Goth unit fest. Barracks has been replaced, but we forced double archery range out of Goths. I love that. I absolutely love that. The balls for going Persian longswords. I hope we don't get punished for it. Second armor upgrade on the way in for the Huskars, and then 10 base damage is something. A lack of melee armor should be the Punisher, but with second armor upgrade finishing. 1 TC Goths is a vibe. That it's like sudden death. You just have to, and because everybody's trapped on 1 TC, there is a window. But we can see, I've said it before, under 20 swords is not enough to kill a TC. Certainly not under castle fire. And funnily enough, unless you're Goths, if you are Goths, then it is enough, because Goths, with their extra damage and their timings that they can get, you should be able to just dive on in. In this army fight though, who wins? Who wins? With a bit of micro? Like, Teal should still have it, but the extra HP on these knights, they're fully upgraded for Castle Age as well. So if we get a nice surround, if we block off the Huskars, but we are open, do we just beeline in? Or do we try and destroy the buildings? Nice little block off. Awareness is good, but it is Huskars. We can trap them. We can trap them. We can trap them in. But the Huskars block it off. Crossbows doing damage. We decisively delete it. We don't want to throw away the knights yet. We don't want to throw away the knights. We delete the barracks to get the surround. Like, decisive. And clearing up the army will be pretty big here. Upgrades are way better for Pacho. It's not the end of the world. What are we? Why did we delete? I don't know why we deleted, but there we go. It's a total rout. Entire army down. Pikeman upgrade on the way in for Sylnear, who's trying to get a transition in place. We've got 18 swords on the field, so this is enough to start getting threatening, especially if we've got some knights to tank some fire. Like, what's the plan here? We're still pretty vulnerable. Not a huge amount of build-up. We're transitioning into like pikes against fucking swords, mate. Ooh. It does seem like an oof. It does seem like an oof. It very much does. I think the Persians are looking groovy. I genuinely don't hate monks, because if we get some monk conversions on the knights will help really nicely up against the sword mass. But this army can kill the TC. This army can kill the TC right now. Second castle on the way up. If we just move this way, if we come through this bit, like right through the front side of the front, right here. If we smash through this bit and just beeline for the TC, and the swords focus on getting rid of the TC, and the knights just kill, we'll win. We'll end this now. Like, it's such a better army mass up for purple right now. 31 swords on the field. Where they at? Where they at? They all need to be together. 31 swords is that's TC eating numbers. We are searching around and we're gonna dive for it. Fucking Pacho's a gamer. Now, the vulnerability is that when we go forward for our attack, if there was a significant mass up of Huskars, the Huskars could, in slightly smaller numbers, dive forward and just beeline our own TC. We're super open at the front. And we haven't really invested any energy in getting a castle down defensively ourselves. And against the Goths, that castle is less effective at defending. I loved it. Like, dive in, do a little bit of raiding with small numbers. Just make that attention focus elsewhere as we just smash through. It's beelining. Don't give him time to react. Military is away. We've not even noticed. We clicked away. And the army's in. The army's in. There's no response. We don't even know. He realizes now. He rings the town bell. And we can blow. No! Knights need to defend and kill. And kill. And kill. As the TC goes down to the Persian longsword plate. Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah! I said at the start of the stream, I know most of you weren't here, but I said that I thought that there was a world for Persian longswords and in sudden death. I said that I wanted to try it possibly tomorrow. Now I can't do it because Pacho has done it before me, and he has Persian longsworded the Goths. That is like... That is ultimate. Number one set of the whole damn tourney right there. Peak. Absolutely brilliant. Much love for Pacho for doing that. And, you know, I feel for Sylnear because, you know, he just got Persian longsworded as the Goths. Rusty swords win every time. I told you, Joe. Get those rusty swords in. Absolute magic. Absolute cinema. I'm so fucking happy. I cannot stress how happy I am. Oh, magic. Absolutely magic. Whew, I've got to calm myself down. And load up game number 2. I, I mean, he's made me a fan. Like, there's nothing I can say to that, right? Like, he's made me a fan. I'm a Pacho fan now. I like Sylnear. Sylnear's great. Uh, you know, he said to me before I started casting this set. He said, "Oh, you can't hear the music. It's just me." He said, "Let me bring it up." He said, "Why are you casting my set versus Yosoi? I said no one should watch it. Fucking how dare he try and keep that game from me? Yes, he might have not been the one doing it." For context, it was between 11:30 and 1 a.m. on a workday, so it wasn't that concentrated anymore. So cut me some slag when you cast my mistakes. Cut me some slag. And we've lost an otter for the evening. He's having to have meetings. Tragic, tragic. But it's all right. We'll live.